the other reason why the Supreme Court is on fire today, guys, is, and this one honestly is more important. Okay, I gotta say, just for our rights, this one is way more important. Religious freedom and expression were protected today by the Supreme Court, or Friday, I should say, by the Supreme Court. And gay people are freaking out right now. But let me just read for you. I want to read for you a headline from the AP. It'll give you an idea of how much people are just freaking out about these sort of things. Like whenever you extend religious freedom to people, stuff goes down. People freak out. All right. First thing in the AP, you ready? In a defeat for gay rights, the Supreme Court's conservative majority ruled on Friday that a Christian graphic artist who wants to design wedding websites can refuse to work with same-sex couples. In a defeat to gay rights. That was the first thing. Could it not have been like in a victory for religious rights? Also, how is this a defeat for gay rights? Like, the Constitution never states that everyone has a right to any service that they want. And by the way, if I went to it sounds like from this ruling, if you go to a web designer and they say, I have a moral quandary with straight weddings, they could deny you service too. So the law is completely, like, it is applied completely equally. If you didn't hear, there was basically a Supreme Court ruled that a graphic designer did not have to make websites for a gay couple. They had a problem with it, not because they hate gay people, but because their religious reviews are their views are such that they don't believe in gay marriage. And so, in keeping with their First Amendment right, they didn't want to do it. The Supreme Court, of course, said that that was protected under the First Amendment. This is the same thing as the Masterpiece Cake Shop. You'll remember that there was a man, he was asked to make a gay wedding cake, and he said no. And it went to the Supreme Court, and they ruled in his favor as well. So you know how sometimes you're sitting in your house. Let me give you a hypothetical. You're sitting in your house, you're watching the news, maybe, I don't know what people watch nowadays. You're watching Yellowstone, maybe this show on your TV, your phone, and it hits you. You realize, crap, it is my wife's birthday today, and it's like 11 p.m. It's too late, man. It's too late for you. You cannot be saved. But you can get a belated birthday present, and that's all right. Well, I have the solution for you, not for your wife, not for her birthday, but for America's birthday. Now, you're listening to this on Monday or even Tuesday, most likely on the 4th of July. Let me tell you, I have a belated birthday present for you. And you know what? This is a little informal. I'm going to stand up and show you. I am donning today the Gulag America shirt. I'm going to turn around as well. Not too scandalous. Don't want to show the butt. This is the Gulag America shirt that I told everyone about, the title sponsor of this podcast. Now, it's a tradition to get a gift on someone's birthday, so why not get a belated gift for America's birthday? This 4th of July, I have partnered up with Gulag America. It is the perfect 4th of July gift for your friends and family. Gulag America is an apparel company with high-quality clothing and designs for the best patriots. Gulag America features clothing with classic sayings such as "Don't tread on me." They also have their classic logo like this. It's got the barbed wire in the middle. Looks super good, as well as, not going to lie, don't know if you can tell, but my chest looks about twice as big as normal. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Feeling pretty confident on today's podcast. Right now, everyone, if you use my code JoshCarr10, you will get 10% off at Gulag America. Super high quality shirts. They're not super expensive. You're going to get even better discount with that code. Again, that's JoshCarr10 at gulagamerica.com. Link in the description down below. Again, pretty cut and dry. I do not understand how people could read the Constitution otherwise. I will say, though, on my part, I'm pretty radical with this stuff. I think in America, you should be able to refuse work to anyone for any reason. And here's the reason why. I don't think government has any say in it. I think government messes this up. The free market is the solution to this problem. The reason why the free market is the solution to this problem is that essentially what you have is businesses. And if you refuse things to people, word will get out. People tend to stick together. If there's a business that's refusing Christians or black people, they're going to get together and say, hey, don't go to that business, by the way. And not just the black people. Say there's a business that says, yeah, we just don't serve black people. They're going to go to their friends. And if I had a friend who was black and came to me and he was like, yeah, by the way, that deli doesn't serve black people, I'd be like, what the frick? I'm not going to shop there. Why would I buy a sandwich from people who are racist? I would do that. I think that would really become the norm, and they would just lose a ton of business from that. It's not cool to be a bigot. Like, we don't live in an age where bigotry is totally cool anymore. I think back in Jim Crow era, this would have been a real problem. But the government just kind of letting, I'm not saying they should put institutional protections for some and not for others. What I'm saying is just across the board, you should be able to refuse people for any reason. The market will correct it, and those who accept people will benefit from it anyway. That will be a much better solution than the government cracking down on certain things and being wishy-washy, as a government always is. I do want to point out as well, this is why people were not okay with gay marriage. This is where people have gone to. Like, I want to say I used to be pro gay marriage, and the reason why is because I thought the government has no business in this. Like, kind of the libertarian in me came out. The government has no business in this. They don't need to be part of marriage. Like, get out of marriage, let them be together if they want. What business of it is the government's? Now we're starting to see it. They started with gay marriage. They said it's going to end there. Then they changed the definition of marriage, and now they're asking for everyone to view that marriage as equal, which people just aren't okay with right now because of their religious views. And they shouldn't be. They should be able to have their religious views and act upon them, and the Supreme Court agreed with that. So it was great work by the conservative Supreme Court. Both these rulings were 6-3 conservatives, all six of them, and then 3 liberal judges. This is why the Supreme Court is so important. They are literally saving the Constitution. It's important to put in Republican executives because they're the ones that are going to be putting conservative justices in place to preserve the Constitution.